In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
This is American Liberty Radio Network, AmericanLibertyRadio.com. I am live. On this 7th day of July 2017, and as you can tell, I'm still battling the after effects of a freaking sinus infection. It's one of those days, folks. Hey, over the last 24 hours, I made some decisions about the network, and gonna fill you in on those things a little bit later. But right now we want to get to one of the strangest news stories that I have ever seen in a long time. This is how you know the mainstream propaganda media is fake news and spins everything and gets all excited about certain things. It's just Polish president slams fake news. His wife snubbed Trump. Leftists seize on another lie to demean Trump. See, they're just demeaning him now. The mainstream propaganda media has literally lost all credibility. It's everywhere, folks. It's I laugh because it's absurd, because people still believe the mainstream propaganda media. All right, I'm just saying. It's out there, folks. By the way, we're live here on the 7th of July, 2017. Live. Yeah, live. I'm not recorded. I'm right here in your face live. Okay, just letting you know. And there might be more of these. Okay. Zero Hedge is reporting this, taking a page out of the Trump media playbook. Polish President Andrzej Duda? I don't know. Sorry, Poland. I butchered her name. I learned phonetics. Okay. Well, anyway, taking a page out of Trump media playbook. She slammed fake news reports that his wife snubbed President Trump for a handshake during Trump's visit to Poland on Thursday. In a tweet on Thursday evening, Duda confirmed that both he and his wife shook hands with the president and urged his followers to fight fake news together. And he said, contrary to some surprising reports, my wife did shake hands with Mrs. and Mr. Trump, the president of the United States, after a great visit. Let's fight fake news. I'm putting that up on the Truth Experience. There's more to it. There's a small video. You've probably seen the video already, but it just goes to show you that the mainstream propaganda media doesn't know what the hell they're doing, and they're at the end of their rope. I'm serious. They are at the end of their rope. They don't know. They are trying to find everything they can to slam this president and slam Donald Trump, and they have lost big time. Okay, they have have lost big time. All right? There's nothing in this world more annoying and more frustrating than to have people not see the obvious. You know what I mean? And I wrote this on my personal Facebook page. And I want to say it to you exactly how I wrote it on my Facebook page. And you can go to Wayne S. Pierce. That's my personal Facebook page. and check out what I've got there. And basically, I've got everything I've talked about before, and on American Liberty Radio podcast, or whatever. So it's all right. It's all right there. So I've got a couple of things to say here. First of all, I said this. I'm going to say this once again as a reminder. If you make accusations or claims that certain people are, quote-unquote, conspiracy theorists, or you make assertions about something or someone like, for example, me, I got 2 words for you. Prove it. And before you can prove anything that you say is true or that you're more accurate and correct than I am, you have to prove it to yourself. The things I say about myself is that I don't know everything, and secondly, I may have overlooked something. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm wrong. So from now on, whether you think you don't have to prove anything to anyone, when you think you're right about something and make claims of something, it's better to prove to yourself you're right than open your mouth and look like a complete fool. 40 years of research and investigation into various geopolitical subjects and issues in various cultures, I think I know a thing or two. Again, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I'd be bored because there wouldn't be anything new to learn. So next time you make claims of something or accuse someone of being wrong, check yourself, because you ain't right all the time either. Questions? And no, I don't think I'm smarter than anyone else. I just know a lot and even more that I don't talk about. So go to my website, WayneSPierce.com. I also wrote this. Sometimes I come off a little harsh and a little less friendly from certain points of view. Believe me, it's just that I am a little miffed that people cannot or won't accept the obvious. Their views are skewed because their personal space is filled with preconceived concepts that are complete illusions, and they think everything is either fine or is a complete wreck. It frustrates me to even listen to certain people when they talk about things, and I know in my soul they did absolutely no research into what they're talking about. I just patiently wait until they're done talking, and I fill them in about things they didn't understand, and then I watch them humph and walk away in disgust, knowing full well they just got a full face of truth and facts. It's just one of those days, folks. It'll get better from here on out. And that's how I felt about an hour ago. Okay, and I I know for a fact that I'm not smarter than anyone else. And I really, really, really think that people need to pay attention to the obvious. Serious. I'm serious. It's right out there in front of your face, folks. Everything is happening right there in front of your face. And you're going to ignore it? What do you want to do? Stick your toes in the sand on a beach and drink a little wine and ignore everything? And to me, I think in some way you're right. I'm just saying, in some way you're right. Okay? Not in every way, but in some way you're okay. You get overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. I understand this. It is just, it's incredible to me to watch people just implode when they're face to face with truth and facts. Okay? So I understand how many times a day you just want to, throw off the shackles of your work and go grab a box of wine somewhere and go hit the beach. I totally understand that, okay? Absolutely. I look into this stuff all the time. Now, and it is overwhelming sometimes. Now, we have the opportunity, of course, in a lot of ways, we have an opportunity to really look at what is being said. And we need to examine that because it will affect our life, either directly or indirectly. I don't know what else to say. Yes, it's overwhelming. Yes, I too want to hit the beach and just veg for a few hours, and but we don't have a beach around here. We got a lake somewhere. But anyway, it's. I just get miffed. Actually, in times I just get pissed off that people can't, view the obvious. I mean, it's right there in front of your face, and I don't see why people are ignoring it. I really don't. Honestly, that's me though. I could be totally off base, but that's me. It just frustrates the hell out of me that I see people not paying attention to the obvious. Okay. Pat Buchanan piped up about the Putin-Trump meeting. Buchanan.org, Trump must ignore calls for him to alienate Putin, which is, I think, no, don't snub to him. No. Obama did, and it pissed him off. So, President Trump flew off for his first meeting with Vladimir Putin with instructions from our foreign policy elite that he get into the Russian president's face over his hacking in the election of 2016. Let me put that to rest right now. There is absolutely, positively, 100% and utterly no evidence whatsoever that Putin had anything to do with our 2016 election, period, end of sentence, done. Hopefully, Trump will ignore these people, for their record of failure is among the reasons Americans elected him to office. What president seeking to repair damaged relationships with a rival superpower would begin by reading from an indictment? President Eisenhower did not begin his summit with Nikita Khrushchev by berating him for crushing the Hungarian freedom fighters in 1956, a more grievous crime than hacking the emails of John Podesta. That's going up on the Truth Experience on Facebook, folks. It says read more, so I got a lot to get into, so I would like you to read more. There you go. It says read more. So it's on Infowars.com, but it's at Buchanan.org. So there you go. Anyway, let's take a page out of the book of diplomacy, shall we? I mean, there are some superpowers in this world that can wipe this country off the face of the map. China and Russia being two of them. Okay, the other ones would probably just bruise us for a little while until we rebuild. But are we the most powerful nation on the planet? No, we're one of many, but we are not the most powerful. I mean, we've had nuclear stand downs. We've had, weapons decommissioned. We work around the world with these powerful countries, and we're going to sit there and have a president. We're going to have people tell the president to go and bash another superpower for a fake news article that came out. No, that's stupid. That's just stupid. You don't want to do that. You want to, and I know, keep your enemies closer. I know all that crap. But the thing is that we have to work with these people. You know what I mean? We have to, really calm the waters of dissent in terms of, these superpowers such as China and Russia and other countries as well that have nuclear weapons that could probably, kill us in a heartbeat. But we need to work with these people and to keep them at bay. And they, too, have to work with us so that we won't wipe them off the map. So there's that whole chess game diplomacy going on right there, okay? There's that whole area of it's something that we walk very lightly on, that global diplomacy, because one step off of the peaceful path and somebody's going to be history. You know what I'm saying? And I'm chuckling because the absurdity of it all is the fact that people, like normal everyday people going out and playing baseball and taking their kids to the movies or whatever, they don't understand this. They don't get it. They don't see how indirectly it's affecting them. I mean, they see it at the gas pump when we, take hundreds of millions of dollars of oil from Saudi Arabia, and then we have to charge the people at the pump because, yeah. So, I mean, it all comes down to, my stomach is gurgling, excuse me, but it all comes down to basically understanding who each person is. Like, say if 3 other people were in this room and they came from different backgrounds and all that, I would want to understand why they feel the way they do because of their backgrounds. And of course, everybody would, I would think that people would agree with the fact that it's because of their environment they grew up in. And we're all the product of our environment we grew up in, of our teachers, of our mom, dad, uncles, aunts, we're all that. That is who we are in that environment. But when you break out of that environment and look at it from an objective point of view, then you start getting a clearer view of who you truly are within, just yourself, number one, and then within the community and the environment, number two. And this is what we have to do. And this is why we have diplomacy all over the world, to keep at bay all these superpowers. And we tell people, okay, we'll stop pointing our weapons at you if you do this. Well, if we do that, then we'll do this. Okay, and that's how we work things out. I mean, come on. Chairman Mao Zedong, he killed millions of people that didn't agree with him, that didn't want his type of government. I mean, millions of people. And that might be over-exaggerating, but I mean, you think about it. Think about the ramifications. Think about the numbers that are crunched just under the history of Chairman Mao Zedong in China. I mean, look at what he did. And imagine the numbers, just crunch the numbers alone in not only what he did, but also what he worked with in other countries that were aligning with him. And I mean, it's just staggering. So these are the numbers we don't want to have in the current modern day 2017 diplomacy, or, in the world today. And we need that, diplomacy to keep people from getting wiped out, so we need that, so. And we, the people, can help, secure our freedoms and defend our liberties from people like that who come over to this country and want to undermine this country and tear it apart. So it's entirely up to us. Do we want to be enslaved by a global elite, or do we want our freedoms to be able, and liberties to be able to just, take our kids to the park or go to the beach or whatever, that's it. Bottom line, do we want tyranny or do we want freedom? I think our founding fathers decided for us many, many years ago, a couple of centuries ago, and I think they're right. Were they perfect? No. Is President Donald Trump perfect? No. But if we can continue with the diplomacy of peace, and we, the people, support that and defend ourselves, I think we'll be just fine for a few years. Okay. Now, here's something else, and I'll go off into this as well, but for a little bit, and that is, do prophecies and prognostications from past, prophets show us what will happen? Well, yeah, but let me also point this out, that even though you know what is going to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. You can make the changes to alleviate the problems that cause those reactions. It's simple, don't you think? If you knew what was going to happen and you didn't want it to happen, you'd change it, wouldn't you? I mean, I know I would. I know I would. But anyway, let's get on to something else, shall we? Anyway, this is the 7th of July, 2017. This is The Truth Experience. You can find me at thetruthexperience.weebly.com. Go to the Truth Experience podcast and check it out there. Let me hold on. Hold on. I'm live right now, so let me do this. There we go. Okay. And let me see. The page is coming up. It's a little slow. I got Wi-Fi in the studio. I need to get plugged in directly, and that's why we need to upgrade around here. So that's why I need your help to do that. So become a patron. Become a patron. Go to the sponsors page on the Truth Experience .weebly.com website. Over on the left-hand side, it says be a freedom supporter, become a patron, or you can sponsor the network for 3 months at a very, very, very reasonable price. Yeah, pretty much. That's as low as I can go. If you're on the sponsors page right now, if you went there, that's as low as I can go for my advertising. So that's it. So bottom line, after this, it's going to go up a little bit, but not much. So it's still reasonable, but anywho. So go to thetruthexperience.weebly.com, go to the sponsors page on the left-hand side, become a patron, or in the middle of the page, be an advertiser. Help out American Liberty Radio Network and the Truth Experience. And while you're on the page, go to the Truth Experience podcast link, click on that, and you shall see, hopefully, as soon as the page comes up, the player that says big in a red background with white letters, live. You can click on that and listen to me if you're not already there. So that's the truthexperience.weebly.com. So there you go. Tax collectors in Florida openly carrying guns while public is banned from doing so. Do you see the problem here, folks? Do you see the problem? First of all, let me just say this. Any governor, any legislator, any senator or representative or anyone, I don't give a crap if it's your local sheriff. Anyone who puts forth a bill and makes a law from that bill limiting or completely banning you from owning a gun or having a weapon for self-defense or whatever is in complete violation of the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States and the Bill of Rights, period. End of sentence, done. So think about that one, folks. If you're leery about government intervention in your life and you know that taxation is theft, this article will probably strike a nerve. Tax collectors in Florida are now publicly announcing the values of being armed when demanding money from citizens. The only problem is that the state bans open carry for civilians that the tax collectors are stealing money from. Quote, a Central Florida tax collector says a new policy will allow his employees to openly carry firearms while they work, unquote, the Associated Press reports. Quote, Seminole County tax collector Joel Greenberg told the Orlando Sentinel that according to Florida law, he and his employees are considered, quote unquote, revenue officers and are exempt from state's ban on open carrying of firearms while performing their duties, unquote. Ready for the glaring hypocrisy? Quote, the rationale behind the move is to save taxpayers money by eliminating the need to hire private security, unquote. Know what else would save taxpayers money? Yeah, hear this. No government theft taxes, or even perhaps lowering the tax rate to the point that people aren't willing to shoot at tax collectors over what's obviously amounting to putting a gun to the head of a person and demanding money. Last time we looked up the definition of theft, taxation fell firmly into that category. No amount of mental gymnastics could convince a free thinker that money they made is somehow the property of anyone else. I'm going to put that on the Truth Experience on Facebook. I've got so much going on in my brain. The Truth Experience on Facebook. Go check that out. That article is up there. You can go to the website, thetruthexperience.weebly.com. There you go. Taxation is theft, period, end of sentence, done. I do not care what people say about taxes. It's a scam. Go look at the whole logistics of collecting taxes and what they're doing, okay? Just go look at it. It's a freaking scam. Much like your Social Security and all that, it's a complete Ponzi scheme that's actually successful if you look at what Ponzi schemes really are. And school loans, GSLs, guaranteed student loans for schools, for colleges, universities, that's all a scam. That just puts you perpetually in debt. Oh, don't get me started on school loan. I'll just lay it out like this. Anything that the government puts their finger on that the government creates out of this, imaginary, their imaginary thoughts on what they could do and maybe do it better. Okay, that's their, main thought. Anytime the government puts their hand to something or puts their finger in the American pie, guess what? It just totally gets destroyed. Okay, totally. Hello, Obamacare. All the exchanges are leaving. All the exchanges are going bankrupt. Everybody's falling off of it. Another thing, $15 minimum wage hike. Hello, look at Seattle. Look at California. Restaurants in California have failed because they had to pay these people. Seattle is now considering dumping the $15 an hour minimum wage. There's a whole lot of problems when government gets involved. A whole lot of problems. Well, government's good in some areas. No. Get that thought out of your mind. Government has nothing to offer the American people that will ever work. Okay? Government is wrong. They always have been, and they always will be. And when I say government, I'm specifically talking about Washington, D.C. Our founding fathers said three things. Don't have a centralized government. What do we have? Washington, D.C. That's a city-state, by the way. If you look up the definition of city-state, that is a city-state right there. Washington, D.C. Centralized government, our founding fathers said not to have. They also said not to have a standing army. We have the United States Armed Services. Hello, standing army. Standing military, basically. Eisenhower warned us about that in his exit speech in 1961. Look at it. And they told us not to have a central banking system. Hello, 1913. Yep. Federal Reserve Act and the Internal Revenue Act. There you go. That's a central bank. We cannot have that ever. Those three things have to go away. Those three things have to go away. They have to go away. Okay. I don't know. I don't know, folks. All I know in what I've understood throughout the ages of looking into all of this is the fact that government is wrong. Having a centralized government is wrong. Having a government over the people is wrong. Period. End of sentence, done. I know I say that a lot, and I'm emphasizing that, but it's true. We do not need a centralized government. Each state has all three branches of government, and we can do it quite well on our own. I'm going to go to break, folks. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. I'll be back right after this. thetruthexperience.weebly.com. American Liberty Radio Network. Listener-supported online patriotic radio. With the new year upon us, the truth will be seen as fake news. and the lies from the propagandists of the mainstream media will forever be in the minds of those who have been indoctrinated with their disinformation. Your support of alternative and independent media is vitally important to the continuance of our freedom of speech and expression. It is very crucial that you consider supporting other media options. American Liberty Radio Network is supported by listeners. If you are a local business, consider supporting independent online patriotic radio with your advertising dollars as well. There are two options for you. One, you could advertise your product or service with us, or you can donate to the network. Consider contributing to independent media today. Consider American Liberty Radio Network. Contact us at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com or go to our website at AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
There's a show that's not afraid to ask questions no one else will ask. Not afraid to say
what no one else will say.
Friday nights at 7 p.m. Listen to Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie, where no topic is off limits. Conspiracy theories, paranormal activities, hoaxes, the unexplained. It's what we talk about. Question everything. Trust no one. Restricted Airspace with Tina Marie. Friday at 7 p.m. on the KCOR Digital Radio Network out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Distorted Reality. I am your host, Nick Tucker, and I welcome you to the broadcast.
Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. DistortedReality.podbean.com and Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on American Liberty Radio Network. We the people have the power, for we are America. American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Brian Lang with Live Truth Radio and TV. You're listening to Wayne S. Pierce with American Liberty Radio.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and it was good. Then God created man, and it wasn't bad. But the masses were asses. They were lost. They had no guidance. So God sat and thought about it. And he created the Exum Experience. And God sent forth Alex to entertain the people of Israel, the Canaanites, the Palestinians, and the douchebags. And Alex led his flock through the dark, cold, rugged terrain of Long Beach Radio. He conquered the Hmong's. He cast down the elderly and banished the Falburn. And it was good. The Exum Experience. It's not just a show, it's a religious experience.
Join me live Friday at 5 only at alexexum.com.
Hey, folks, welcome back. This is The Truth Experience right here on American Liberty Radio Network. AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com is our backup site that you can use for more information. Become a sponsor, man. You can advertise to over 16,000 people around the world. So, yeah, I know it's not a lot, but hey, you know, think about it, folks. Consider advertising on American Liberty Radio Network. Yeah, you can contact me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. If you want to know more, just, hit me up. Just email me and let me know. So there you go, folks. And go check out Alex Exum at alexexum.com. Go check him out, man, because that guy, he's awesome. Just go check him out. He also co-hosts a show called Spreaker Live Show with Rob Greenlee, who's the chief content officer over at Spreaker. So he hosts that 3 p.m. Pacific live on Wednesdays. And check it out, man. It's awesome. So tell them I sent you. Tell Alex and Rob Greenlee I sent you over there. So there you go. So anywho, and let me just give you, sooner or later, at some point, you're going to hear him again. And that would be Mr. Tom Slick on the Morning Brew at Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. Yeah, you can go check out his past shows. They moved from Commie, California, and they moved out east. So they're getting all that together, and they're getting a place, and, all of that. Okay, so it does take time to, put all that together. You guys have moved before. And so as soon as he's back on air and ready to rock and roll with independent hits from all around the world, then I'll let you know. And, of course, he'll let you know, too. Go to 926theblitz.rocks. That's ROCKS. 926theblitz.rocks. And check him out and send him an email and let him know I sent you over there. That's Mr. Tom Slick with the Morning Brew at 92.6 The Blitz. Radio Rock 92.6 The Blitz. So there you go. Anywho. Where'd that phrase come from? Anywho. Okay. I mean, anywho, let's go from there. I've seen some memes, some GIFs from about Donald Trump and him, body slamming CNN and all that, So, yeah, let the meme wars begin because, yeah, you're going to see a lot of that. Infowars.com, 6th of July, 2017. This is yesterday. Photos and live video. Police clash with G20. Welcome to hell, protesters. German Antifa take to the streets to protest gathering of world leaders. Police used water cannons and tear gas to hold back unruly masked and hooded anti-capitalist protesters who confronted blockades of officers by hurling fireworks and other objects. Yeah, I would put this up there, but it says connection was interrupted. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of pictures, but it says, I guess it's my Opera, my browser. I don't know, but you can go, I'm just going to put it up there anyway for you guys to check out. And you can go to Infowars.com and look this up as well. But, yeah, anti-capitalists. But they want other people's money so that they can buy what they want. These anti-capitalists. They want you see the problem here, folks? Do you see the problem? Yeah, stupid people. Can't get away from them. Paul Joseph Watson, Infowars.com, 6th of July. I know this is the 7th. This was yesterday. Arrogant Chris Cuomo, I don't care, confronted about CNN threats to Trump meme maker. New Day host doubles down. CNN host Chris Cuomo was confronted today over why he deleted a tweet that asked whether the identity of the individual who created the infamous Trump wrestling meme should have been revealed. The New Day host was caught up in the CNN blackmail controversy when he tweeted, quote, should CNN reveal name of Reddit user who made Trump wrestling video, had a lot of bigoted and hateful material on page and website, unquote. Cuomo was asked by Rebels' Laura Loomer why he, quote, deleted a tweet that encouraged the extortion of a Reddit user who posted a meme about CNN, unquote. Quote, there was no encouraging any extortion. He wasn't a teenager, and the reason I took the tweet down was because the decision had already been made. I thought it was more conditional about whether or not his name was going to be released, and it wasn't. His name was already going to be kept private because of his own actions and their concerns about his privacy. So it didn't make any sense, unquote, said Cuomo. I'm going to put that up on the Truth Experience Facebook page. There's I can't afford to pull out any more hair because I don't have much left. CNN is fake news, period. I don't want to hear anybody else tell me any more about anything that I already know about, because it's all fake news. Trump says everyone in Germany talking about Podesta DNC server. Quote, everyone is talking about why John Podesta refused to give the DNC server to the FBI and the CIA. Disgraceful, unquote. I read that one to you. I'm going to put that on the Truth Experience Facebook page for you guys to check out more. You can email me at AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com, AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. Any question you have, anything you want to tell me, nothing is off limits. Just, if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. I mean, it's pretty much that simple, folks. So anyway, go to AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. Check things out there as well. Become a advertiser, become a sponsor for the show itself, and hey, man, go look at the rates on the sponsors page. That's what you'll be paying. Yes. It's for now, anyway. Because I got to keep the lights on around here. I got to keep this up. I got plans that you can help me with. And if you advertise or become a patron, hey, that's even an option there as well. You can help me upgrade the equipment around here, upgrade the studio a little bit, give you more. And possibly, this is part of the 24-hour thing I was thinking about last night and today, and that was, do I do a live video broadcast? Who knows? I may go live on Facebook. I may go live on YouTube. I may go, I think Facebook's easier, but who knows? But I'm going to have to upgrade the studio to do that. So if there's anything that you can do, hey, Trump, go to AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com, go to the sponsors page. Down there it says become a patron. Drop $1 in the kitty to help us keep the lights on around here. That's all. A buck. What's a buck? You spend 5 times that on a freaking latte. Come on, I mean, seriously. And I'm giving you information. Some people would say, well, come subscribe to my site and this, that, which is okay because that's a platform as well. That's fine. But hey, I don't have a subscription page. Okay. And you heard the little, promo there about listener supported, and that's what it is. I mean, I want you to interact with me. That's what I would like to do. I want you to interact with me. That's why I say go to the chat room on Spreaker and say hello. And you can send me your articles. You can send me your anything, articles, links, whatever, keep it nice and, and all that, just use common sense. And I want to know what's going on in your neck of the woods. I want to find out what you are looking at, because I can't be in everywhere all at once. I can broadcast to everywhere at once, but I can't be there to see what's going on. So whatever is happening in your neck of the woods, let me know about it. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. AmericanLibertyRadio@USA.com. If you have any questions, just ask. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. I mean, it's that simple. Fox News, the 7th of July, 2017. Trump says everyone in Germany talking about Podesta DNC server. President Trump tweeted Friday morning that everyone in Hamburg, Germany was talking about the Democrats' response to Russian election hacking ahead of his highly anticipated meeting with Russian President Putin. Trump tweeted ahead of his arrival at the Group of 20 summit, the G20, quote, everyone here is talking about why John Podesta refused to give the DNC server to FBI and the CIA. Disgraceful. U.S. intelligence agency have blamed the hacking of the DNC as well as Podesta's personal email account on the Russian government. By the way, they didn't do it. Okay. They didn't do it. It's David Knight has a video there about it. And I'm going to put this on the Truth Experience Facebook page. And yeah, I just... I don't know, folks. Hey, if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. I mean, it's that simple. I don't know why people want to continue to believe that there was hacking involved in the presidential election, the campaigns and all that during the 2016 presidential campaigns and election of President Donald Trump. I don't know why people want to continue to believe that. I really don't, because it's all lies, man. The DNC, the Democrats, the fascist Republicans, they all want you to believe that Russia hacked in and got President Trump elected. It's bullcrap. It's just complete bullcrap. And I don't know why people still want to believe that. I mean, I don't know. I have no clue. So anyway, that's my little rant there. Let's go to Breitbart. I'm coming down to the end of the show, but let's go to Breitbart and let's talk about something else as soon as the freaking page comes up. See, I got Wi-Fi here. I need to get plugged into a router. Wi-Fi is a little slow, just a tad bit. Polish president debunks report that wife snubbed Trump's handshake. Let's fight fake news. I read that before, but that's also on Breitbart. Federal court denies Hawaii challenge to Trump travel ban definition. That's always a big thing to talk about, too, as well, because he literally wants to close the borders, but he has to ban the travel. And by the way, 1952, the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952, go look it up. Federal court denies state of Hawaii challenge to Trump administration travel ban definition of bona fide relationship. U.S. District Judge Derek Watson, quote, denied an emergency motion filed by the state of Hawaii that would broaden the familiar exceptions to President Trump's travel ban, unquote, late Thursday, according to Hawaii News. Quote, in a motion filed by the state after the U.S. Supreme Court reinstated portions of the ban on June 26, Attorney General Doug Chin argued that the Trump administration wrongly excluded grandparents and other relatives from the list of family members who can obtain visas to travel to the United States, unquote. I'll put that on the Truth Experience Facebook page for you to read the rest of that. I believe I'm glad he's banning travel for certain people. I am, because, we don't know these people. Somebody comes into your house you don't know. What's the first thing you want to do? Discuss with him, his immigration status? No. You want to kick his ass out. So, yeah. I don't know, folks. I mean, I was born and raised right here in the United States of America, and I understand freedom. I understand liberty. I've read the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. I read other documents related to that. I read the letters home from, in history from the Civil War, personnel that were there in the fields. I've read the letters from generals, and I've read the letters in historical documents that literally spell out what these people were concerned with. And they were concerned with liberty and freedom. They were concerned with, even the War of Independence in 1775, I think it was, it started. It started actually in 1773 with the Boston Tea Party and all that, and it just escalated from there. But the War of Independence was like that. Why do we want to live under a tyrannical government and not be free to have our own lives and follow our own conscience and create for ourselves something that we enjoy that we can share with others? Under a tyrannical system, you don't get that. You work for the state. Your body belongs to the state. Your ideas and everything belong to the state. That's stupid, folks. That's just absolutely, positively stupid. I don't want to live under that. Do you? This is what the Democratic Socialists and the Republican Fascists want under the Progressive Party. They want to control everything under the sun. They want to control everything. What we eat, what we say, where we go, what school we go to, where we go to work, all this, how we go to work, how do we protect ourselves. This is what they want. They want control over everything. That's it. And I don't know why people can't see that. I don't know why people can't see that. I can understand why people are pissed off at people like me, because we want peace, freedom, liberty, and security for the nation, and we want to be free to create our own lives and create our own businesses and be entrepreneurs and make something of ourselves instead of working for somebody else that ain't going to give us anything. I understand why they're pissed off at us. But you also have to understand one other little aspect of this. Ego. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't even mistake their confidence for being, don't look at them and say, oh, they're confident and that's why they're doing this and they're going to make things right. And no, they're not. 75 to 85% of the Congress in Washington, D.C. right now are under the gun in terms of we the people know what's going on. We the people want certain things. We the people want the borders closed. We the people want travel bans. We understand how important it is to build this country up without interference from, number one, government, and number two, without our enemies being able to come here and undermine our freedoms. We understand this. And we're telling Congress, enough of your bullcrap. But they're not listening. They look at us going, forget them. We're going to do what we want. They elected us here, so forget them. We're going to do what we want. And that's the way the game is played, folks. Then they got to play nice to ambassadors. Then they got to, they got to shake hands with their enemy and go, yeah, we know, but, here's what we're doing. They're in cahoots with the globalists, folks. 75 to 85% of the congressmen and women are in cahoots with the globalists. The people that actually run Washington, D.C. Did you know that Washington, D.C. is a city-state? Did you know that the Act of 1871 handed Washington, D.C. and also the rest of America back over to the British Commonwealth in 1871? Did you know that? Thank you, President Ulysses S. Grant. Did you know that? Actually, Washington, D.C. is a 10 square mile piece of land, probably a little more than that now. It's a 10 square mile piece of land that was handed back over to the British government. And the City of London, which is a city-state within itself inside London, England, is also in cahoots with Washington, D.C., which is also in cahoots with the city-state called the Vatican in Rome, Italy. Okay? I mean, it's all three of those. It's all three of those are in partnership to control the world. You don't believe me? Go look it up. Go talk to Nick Tucker at Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook. Go ask him. Go to Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker on Facebook and ask him. Are all three of these in cahoots to control the world? Are all three of these entities, the city-states of Washington, D.C., the Vatican, and the City of London, are they all in cahoots to control the world and everybody else in the world? He knows. Go talk to Brian Lang about how Extortion 17 screwed everything up. And how bad this government truly is from that standpoint. Brian Lang over at LiveTruthRadio.com. Go talk to him. He'll tell you. When I was looking into geopolitics when Carter was president, actually before that, I was really getting all the information from when Nixon resigned and Ford was president. And when Jimmy Carter was president, I began to look into a lot of these geopolitical subjects and issues after the failure, to get the POWs, or the people that he sent a helicopter, or he had a helicopter go over there, and it was shot down and all that. So that whole fiasco at Grenada, I think it was, that whole fiasco spurred me into looking into geopolitical issues and finding out what the hell's going on. And my God, by the time I graduated high school in 1980, yeah, do the math, folks. I found out that this government is a complete and total sham. Washington, D.C. is a complete and total sham. It's not what our founding fathers wanted it to be. Our capital was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, folks. The Act of 1871 moved it from Pennsylvania over to where it is now. Okay? So, it didn't, there was a whole lot of stuff before that, before the Act of 1871, which moved it over there. But, yeah. So, we're sitting here in the United States of America thinking that we're free. Look at California. Look at Oregon. Oregon's starting to fall apart too. Illinois is getting to the point where they're going to be completely gone. New York is completely gone. Under political domination. Pick a brand of tyranny, because that's what it is. California's gone. It's a communist state. Oregon is gone. It's going the way of California. Nevada is about had it. They're about ready to collapse. Illinois is about ready to collapse. New York is gone. That's a communist state. So is California. So all my friends in California, pack up and leave. If you don't have the balls to stand up and to do what's right for the state of California, for yourselves and for your family, pack up your crap and get the hell out of California. My cousin and I did. I left California in 2006 for the final time. I said, screw this, man. I'm out of here. I moved to Nevada, stayed there for about 9 years. And now I'm here in the Treasure State, Montana, the big sky country. Is it better? Well, for now, but I'm hearing a lot of stuff coming out of Helena, out of the capital. I'm hearing a lot about what the governor is proposing, and people are a little concerned at this point. So unless people realize that we have the right to defend ourselves, that we have the right to a secure country, that we have the right to peace, freedom, liberty, and security. Peace, freedom, liberty, and security is what we want. Once we realize that that's what we want and we can defend ourselves to get that, no politician in their right mind would ever go against the American people. Oh, wait, let me correct myself. Folks, we need to stand up for what is right. We need to stand up for what is right. And what is right is peace, freedom, liberty, and security, not tyranny, not enslavement, not any of that, not taxation, none of that is right. None of it. None of it. We want peace, freedom, liberty, and security in this nation, and we're going to get it, and that's just the way it is, and we're going to do it by any means necessary. And if we have to start filing lawsuits in court against the politicians, then we're going to do that. Time for me to get out of here, folks. This is American Liberty Radio Network. This is The Truth Experience right here on American Liberty Radio Network. TheTruthExperience.weebly.com. AmericanLibertyRadio.weebly.com. American Liberty Radio Network, sharing the truth one fact at a time without all the BS.